It started off as trying something. Then it started to, okay, I don't want to do this no more with you. And it's, oh no, you can't. It wasn't allowed. They're not going to stop. I didn't stop sleeping with my family members until after high school.
So this is from older family members, I'm assuming.
No, old and young. They didn't care. But it was more, the oldest he's probably about 10, 15 years older than me. But other than that, it was the younger ones. It was the younger ones. And, I hated it. But it is what it is. It actually let me learn life, how people was going to act and treat you once you start doing certain things. Because, like, that person, they started being overprotective of me. Nobody didn't know why. I tried to tell, actually, one of my family members caught us. But since he was this nigga and such this boy, nobody didn't believe it. I don't see how you could believe if you caught two people in the bed naked. Right. One jumps up, the next one jumps up. He spazzes out. I get up and just dip out. And, they didn't. I told them. They witnessed it. They didn't.
So
they act like it blew it away. Keep everything to myself. Ain't no point in telling nobody gonna do shit for me. If I don't do it, if I don't actually put my feet down and actually start doing stuff, it's not gonna change. And that's what happened. I started saying no, got beat up, got hit, got called out my name. But after a while, after I kept saying no and they actually seen I meant no, they left me alone. They'll still ask, but no. And they'll be like, okay, and they'll leave me alone. But it took a while because I wasn't physically, sexually with no other people. So I would still go back or allow it. Only because I knew I wasn't going to go step out and go be with somebody else, and then they tell on me and I'm messing with dudes. So it was like, no.
So it became a relationship?
No, it wasn't no relationship. It wasn't no relationship. It was a situationship. It was something I was just dealing with.
Over a number of years, though?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was not no relationship. Ugh.
So how did that impact who you are today?
I feel like it made me a better person, but made me a bigger person at a certain point in time. But I done got over everything because before I was so angry. I was just, that's why I said the fighting and everything. People didn't know why. I just cut you off for no reason, but I had personal stuff that I couldn't express to people. So at any moment, you say something to me, I'm going off. It was like, everybody was like, oh yeah, you do too much. Why you always yelling? Why you always fighting? Because I have personal issues that I'm going with, and what I look like telling you, what you gonna do? You might start doing the same thing. So it was like, let me just keep it to myself, because that's how it added up to more than one family member told one, and he was like, oh, for real? And now they even did it together. And they used to be arguing and stuff about it because they like to come over to the house on the weekends, and my dad never knew why everybody want to come to our house on the weekend now all of a sudden. And that's the reason they wanted head, or they wanted to have sex. And I did not say no. I don't think I started saying no until high school, because that's when I really tried to get into relationships. So it was like, okay, I can't be in no relationship and know I'm still doing wrong. But it's like, this ain't wrong because nobody knows about it.
So were these, you said family relatives, like close cousins or something like that?
Brothers, cousins. That was the main two, brothers and cousins.
So did your parents eventually find out?
No. There was no point in telling them. For what? You ain't gonna do nothing. My sister, I physically broke down and told my sister, and I really feel like that made me feel better. Like she said, it's no point in go tell your daddy. You see your daddy. I told him, my dad popped in the room, and it was no trying to keep me away from them no more. It was nothing. It act like it never happened. Nobody. It was no argument afterwards. After the little 10 minutes of him and my brother going back and forth, it was no argument after that.
And mom?
I never told my mom. My stepmom, child, that's her child.
Yeah.
And my mom, no, because my mom is crazy. I think my mom really would have probably killed him. Like, yeah, she's a private investigator. Yeah.
So knowing the possibility that they might see this interview, are you okay with that?
I don't care. I'm grown now. What you gonna do? Fight me? I'll shoot the shit out of you. I'm not worried. worried. My family know I'm not worried. Like, what you gonna do to me?
So at what point did you start to heal from that?
When I did my transition, actually. When I did my I was really happy. It made me forget about everything. It was like, that was in that life. Mm-hmm. This life ain't nothing holding me back, ain't nothing to have me crying, ain't nothing to be worrying about. I'm just worrying about myself.
Right.
Like, I don't have no thoughts about it. I don't think about it no more. It don't bother me. Before, I used to have nightmares about it. I used to feel like they was going to still come back around. I feel like I couldn't even have a relationship as a family member with them. But recently, they had like a little family gathering. Mm. They didn't show. They did not show. One of them, he showed, but he don't have no difference. He still him.
Right. So
it's like, okay, cool.
I'm assuming he's still attracted.
Mm-hmm. Because I caught him saying little slick comments and asking him, can he come sleep in what room, bitch? You better... I told my sister straight out, I said, don't let him stay here. Because I stayed at my sister's house because it was pointless for when I went out of town to go get a hotel or anything. So I'm like, all my family has a house. Right. So I went to stay with my sister, but he tried to come. He came over, but he tried to stay the night. And I told my sister, hell no, y'all better drop him back off. And no, I'm not dropping him off. No, he's not riding with me because everybody asks, so why he can't ride with you? That's your brother. No, ain't nobody. My niece could ride with me. My nephew could ride with me, but him, no, I'm good. But everybody, they never knew why. Me and that one, we argue, we fight faithfully. Mm-hmm. Faithfully. Me and him used to get a beating for always fighting. We used to have to go outside in the backyard and fight because it was in the house arguing and fighting. And if you come back in the house with that, now you're finna get a whooping. But it's always you go get a whooping because I'm gonna say something slick to you. Right. Because it was just like, he was too controlling, trying to control my life. Mm-mm. And I'm like, you're my brother. I'm like, calm down, back up.